Hi everyone, I want to do a quick walkthrough of the week 14 lab solutions so you have an idea of what you're going to be accomplishing this week. There's two parts to this lab and one extra credit assignment, and if you wish to do the extra credit, just make sure you fully complete parts A and B before starting it, otherwise it won't be accepted and the extra credit is worth 10 points. For part A, you're going to be working with error pages, and what you'll be doing is seeing how errors are handled in a couple different ways. One for how do you handle a page that doesn't exist, and then another example is how do you handle false data, and in this case it will be an email address that doesn't validate. In the assignment there'll be some code that's commented out that you'll be asked to remove, both in part A and part B. So read through each of the areas. For instance, in number 8, it's going to ask you to comment out the try-catch statement that you added. In the part B that you'll look at, it'll ask you to comment out specific statements. It's really about you trying different methods in order to achieve the results in each section. So in the first tab I have here, I'm going to show you what an error page for a non-existent ASPX page will look like. So I'll just ASDF, put that in there and hit enter. And you'll see an HTTP error has occurred. File cannot be found. Contact customer support. We'll go back. So that's for a page that doesn't exist. And then another example here is how do you handle invalid data to show an error page. So I'm going to put in a quantity in my cart of 79 of these costumes. I'll hit add to cart. We'll go ahead and check out. I'll fill out this form and I'll just put ASDF for the email. Fill out this form, continue checkout. Put in a fake credit card. And hit accept order. And you'll get an error page that says the specified string is not in the form required for an email address. So in the code, you'll see when you hit the send confirmation method, it will error out and you'll be able to handle this error through an error page. For part B of the lab, it talks about the back button issue, which you'll encounter as you build larger ASP sites. It talks about how to use timestamps to determine where a back button is used and where it isn't and how it might affect your session data. If we go to add a quantity to our cart, we'll add 45 costumes and hit add to cart. You'll see it's in our cart. Now in the example that you have without changing any code, if you go to hit remove item here and then you hit your back button, the item will disappear after you hit remove item, and then once you hit your back button it'll reappear. So I'm going to go ahead and hit remove item. The item is removed, and when I hit the back button the item stays removed. So again, this is the result you're trying to achieve. You're going to see different behavior right off the bat. When you go to add an item, go to this page, hit remove item, and then hit back, the item will reappear. So again, this is the solution you're trying to achieve. And you'll do this through a number of ways: timestamps, looking at the selected index, and then there will be a solution that you'll have to follow through here in the book in order to achieve this result. And this is a pretty simple example of the back button problem, but hopefully through your reading you understand that it is a bigger issue that you'll find in larger websites that you will build. I'm not going to go over the extra credit page. You're going to have to do that yourself. But again, everything you need is listed at the bottom. It's a pretty simple assignment, but it's an easy way to get 10 points. 3 screenshots and 7 points for the code completeness. I will be grading the code completeness on the extra credit and for correctness very stringently because it is extra credit. Normally I give people a little leeway in how they're coding their applications. So If you want to give it a try, it'll give you some free points. And there also are a lot of screenshots for this assignment because it's trial and error. I want to see how you're approaching the problem. So 9 points in the assignment itself will be screenshots, and then 6 total for markup and code correctness. Good luck this week, and happy coding.